If you're anything like me when it comes to this hobby, then you start to notice some small little details that look out of place. And in this video, I am going to be pointing out some of the differences when it comes to this Kaido House DAI R33 versus the real car that he owns in real life. So let's expose what these are starting right now. Let me preface this video by saying I understand where Kaido House is coming from and why this casting was done the way it was done. However, when it comes to this hobby, you kind of want to expect some of the higher end details and accuracy to some of the cars in real life. I mean, that's the whole point of this side of the hobby. This is not Hot Wheels anymore, where you just take one casting and make a ton of different cars. But I think we know kind of the direction that Kaido House goes, and so in terms of his business model, this makes perfect sense. All right, here we go. Here it is. We've got DAI's logo here. We've got DAI's signature here. So just looking at it from the box art perspective, and then right there at front, you see the prominent car, DAI's car. But is that true? Is it actually a miniature version of his car? Let's unbox and let me show you a little bit of a surprise. Here we go, let's get it out of its case. Oh, look at that, another picture showcasing the car. And you know what? These pictures are actually perfect to be able to compare the diecast that's inside to his actual car. Ooh, engine bay pics too, look at that. So he's got a really nice car, don't get me wrong. He built a really nice R33. So let's flip this bad boy over. There it is. For those that are already familiar, this is a casting that already exists. And Kaido House's first version of this was the purple version, and then the blue version, and now this version. And you know, stay tuned for many more versions, because we know how Kaido House likes to capitalize on the tooling for any of his castings. First thing, let's start with the front. I'm gonna tell you right now, the lip does not match, okay? And what I mean by that is, here's his real car. See that lip right there? It's got that Nismo lip on there, painted silver body color here, you can already see. And it's got a carbon fiber overlay, which is similar to the previous released castings that he's already done. You can see the front bumper. He's got those little ducks in the front bumper there. Well, guess what? DAI's car did not have any of those ducks. Now, I will say that on the body, some of the decal work is similar to his car. For example, you can see the Turn 14 logo right there. So they got that. They got the Greddy logo on the door, which is right here. On the windshield banner, he does have the Top Rank sticker, which I'm not sure if that's the sticker that's on there, or maybe it's a smaller version of it, but it is there. Out from the front, at least they got the Greddy logo correct on the intercooler. DAI having that on his real car. Let's just keep going. There's no decals on the hood here, as he's got on the side right there. That could have been another extra, you know, addition that could have made it more unique to DAI's car. And then the hood does match, but what's one thing that doesn't look right when it comes to the proportions? Well, one thing we kind of already know at Kaido House is that it doesn't really look like it's a true 1/64 scale. Look at the body, super wide body. You can see the fender flares that are on here. You can even see it from the back. DAI's GTR was not of a wide body aftermarket variant. It was just a stock body R33 GTR, and it has the factory treatment with just some other aftermarket tidbits, obviously. One of the big things to notice again is just reusing the tooling, reusing the casting, just trying to capitalize on the fact that, you know, I've already got it, let's use it and just make it a close enough version is exactly what's going on. Side skirt looking pretty accurate there, as you can see. He's got that side skirt going on right there. Good job, good job. The wheels, what's going on with the wheels, guys? He got it 50% right, because the faces and the lips are chrome and white, so he is good there. However, completely different wheel setup, right? You've got more of a 6-spoke setup there, and then here you've got a 6-spoke setup, or maybe even a 5-spoke, right? You've got the 2 individual spokes going on for each one that goes off into the barrel there. So big difference on the wheel. And again, the wheel is another one that was just rehashed and reused. used. The side view mirrors are just going to be those rubber ones that Kaido House and Mini GT likes using, and obviously a small detail, but nothing like the one in real life, which has more of an extended side view mirror, as you can see right there. And moving on to the rear of the car, we've already talked about the wide body craziness going on here from the existing casting, and we also missed the mark on the exhaust. Here you've got a dual exhaust tip, and as you can see on DAI's car, it was a single exhaust tip. You've also got the add-ons here for the rear, the spats right there, not available, but guess what? They did get the spoiler right, because the spoilers was already on there from previous, so no big deal. Just recreate that and put it back on there and color the ends silver to match the body colors. And at the bottom, you've got the signature rainbow base, which definitely looks cool. Don't get me wrong, that does look cool. You got the Kaido House Mini GT logo going on there, so all is good. And of course, rolling wheels, which some do enjoy as part of the Kaido House Mini GT line. Rolling wheels, not a bad thing to have, not something that I think we need, but nice to have for sure, nice to have. Now, I get it, it was a close enough replica, and obviously DAI even signed off on it, but I think the missing component is that it could have been done so much better, especially in this day and age of diecast collecting and some of the level and capabilities that are out there. This could have been something that can be reimagined almost 95% of what DAI's car could have been. I mean, maybe even an Inno64 or Tomitech casting actually fits the bill a lot better when it comes to the real life vehicle, if you think about it, because those two brands actually made a true life 400R in silver, which DAI's car closely resembles. So it actually would have been a great platform to maybe even start with that.